The first thing I noticed was my daughter's pink toothbrush missing from the bathroom cup. Not the suitcase. Not the empty side of the closet. Not the silence in the house. The toothbrush. It was usually leaning beside mine with a little dried toothpaste on the handle because Lily was 6 and always in a hurry. That morning, the cup was empty except for my own toothbrush, standing there like it had been abandoned too. I stood in the doorway for almost a full minute, still wearing my work shoes, my keys in my hand, trying to understand why the hallway felt so cold. Then I saw the note on the kitchen counter. Not a letter. Not an explanation. Just 7 words written in my wife's sharp, rushed handwriting. You should have thought before threatening divorce. My name is Daniel. I was 38 years old when I learned that betrayal does not always end with an affair. Sometimes it ends with a child's bedroom empty, a stuffed rabbit missing from the pillow, and your whole body forgetting how to breathe. 2 nights earlier, I had told my wife, Marissa, that I wanted a divorce. I did not scream it. I did not throw anything. I said it quietly, sitting at the kitchen table while the dishwasher hummed behind us. I know about him, I said. She stared at me with those calm eyes she always used when she wanted me to feel unstable. About who? I placed the hotel receipt on the table. Her face changed for half a second. Just half a second. Then the mask came back. You went through my purse? That was Marissa. The crime was never what she did. The crime was always how I found out. For months, I had watched her disappear from our marriage, one small excuse at a time. Late meetings. Gym classes that lasted 3 hours. A phone that suddenly stayed face down. Perfume before grocery runs. Smiles at text messages she deleted before I could even ask. When I brought it up, she said I was insecure. When I got quiet, she said I was emotionally unavailable. When I asked why she came home smelling like cologne that wasn't mine, she laughed and said, "You sound pathetic." But that receipt had a room number on it. 2 glasses of wine. 1 king bed. And a date she had told me she was helping her sister move. So I said the word I had been afraid to say. Divorce. Marissa leaned back in her chair and smiled. You'll regret making me your enemy. I thought she meant money. The house. Lawyers. Maybe lies to our friends. I did not think she meant Lily. That morning, after I found the note, I ran to Lily's room. Her favorite pajamas were gone. Her backpack was gone. The framed picture of us at the lake was still on her dresser, but the glass had been turned face down. My hand started shaking so badly, I dropped my phone twice before I could call Marissa. Straight to voicemail. I called again. Nothing. Then a text came through. She's safe. Don't make this ugly. I read it over and over, feeling something inside me go still. Not calm. Still. There is a difference. Calm means peace. Still means the part of you that used to beg finally understands that begging will not save you. I called the police first, then a family lawyer, then Lily's school. The school's secretary hesitated when I asked if Lily had been picked up. Her mother came by this morning, she said gently. She said there was a family emergency. What time? 8:17. I looked at the clock. It was 10:42. For 2 hours and 25 minutes, my wife had been gone with my child. And I had been answering emails at work like my life still existed. Welcome back to Quiet Betrayal Stories. If you've ever ignored a gut feeling that turned out to be right, subscribe and tell me in the comments, because sometimes the truth arrives quietly before it destroys everything loudly. By noon, my lawyer, Janet, told me what to do. Do not threaten. Do not send angry messages. Do not accuse. Document everything. So I did. Screenshots, receipts, bank charges, school pickup records, her note, every unanswered call, every message. At 2:09 p.m., Marissa finally called. Lily was crying in the background. That sound nearly broke me. Daddy, she said. Hey, bug. I whispered, gripping the edge of the table. Are you okay? Before she could answer, Marissa took the phone. She's fine. Where are you? With family. Which family? Silence. Then she said, You don't get to control me anymore. I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to know where my daughter is. Our daughter, she snapped. Yes. Our daughter. Bring her home. She laughed softly. That laugh told me everything. She thought this was still a marriage argument. She thought Lily was leverage. She thought fear would make me obedient again. You want a divorce, she said. Now feel what losing your family feels like. That was the moment I stopped seeing her as my wife. Not because she cheated. Not because she lied. Because she used our child as punishment. Janet filed an emergency motion that afternoon. By evening, we knew Marissa had driven 3 hours to a lakeside rental owned by her affair partner's cousin. His name was Evan, a man from her office. Married too, of course. The kind of man who liked secret weekends but not real consequences. The next morning, we were in court. Marissa walked in wearing soft makeup and a cream sweater, holding Lily's hand like she was the victim in a commercial for heartbreak. Lily looked tired. Her eyes found mine, and her little face crumpled. I wanted to run to her. Janet touched my arm under the table. Not yet, she whispered. Marissa told the judge she left because I was unstable. Then Janet opened the folder. The hotel receipt. The messages. The note. The school record. The unanswered calls. The text that said, "Don't make this ugly." The judge read quietly. Marissa's face changed the same way it had at the kitchen table. Half a second of truth. Then the mask. But this time the room had seen it. The judge ordered Lily returned to me immediately until a full custody hearing could be held. Marissa's visitation became supervised. She was told not to remove Lily from school again, not to hide her location, not to use the child as leverage. When Lily ran into my arms in the hallway, she smelled like apple shampoo and motel blankets. I held her so carefully, like she was made of glass. "Mommy said you didn't want us anymore," she whispered. I closed my eyes. That was the deepest cut. Not the affair. Not the running. That sentence. I kissed the top of her head and said, "I wanted you every second." Marissa stood 10 feet away, crying now. But I had learned something about her tears. Some people cry because they are sorry. Some people cry because the story stopped working. Months later, the divorce became final. The house was sold. The truth came out. Evan went back to his wife. Marissa moved into an apartment across town and started telling people I had turned everyone against her. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Lily knows where her toothbrush is now. It sits beside mine again on weekends and beside a second one in her room during the week. She laughs more, sleeps better, still asks hard questions sometimes. And I answer gently, because quiet revenge is not destroying someone back. Sometimes quiet revenge is building a home so peaceful that their chaos can never enter it again. Marissa once told me I would regret making her my enemy. But she was wrong. I only regret not believing myself sooner.